F you mean, oh shit, my guy. That's literally a kid. If you don't know what I'm talking about, that viral clip of, what's his name again? I forgot his name. Let me just call him the ooh shit guy because I don't want him to have any more negative, publicity. But it seems to me that bro doesn't care that he's gonna have like negative publicity because it seems like he doesn't give a damn because it's literally it seems like it wasn't even edited to the point where it was like a different clip for a different scene. It looked like one to one exactly what happened. It looks like the time frame is perfectly aligned to what bro was saying. And again, F you mean, oh shit, that's literally a kid, but he's neither here or there. But I'm gonna talk about, fuck my tongue. Anyway, I'm gonna talk about, a topic about, how weird it is that we are a culture of people who accepted, adults or grown ass dudes hitting up girls who are like underaged or barely of age, which is kind of weird because like it actually happened since like high school and shit like that because to me it seems like people always go for hands or girls that were younger than them by a huge margin because tell me why from my freshman year my eighth grade year in high school fresh out the boat no experience and whatnot I find out that a guy who's in the 12th grade is hitting up a freshman, like fresh out of fucking primary and shit like that. Like she's fresh from high school and you are already aligned with your target. And I know niggas who was doing the exact same thing. I know guys who were like going through like one to one. I didn't think it was crazy back then, but because we were like, it ain't that deep, I guess. But you actually have to realize it from another perspective because it's literally gonna be like that. Because once actually use your thinking cap and situational glasses, you'll actually realize that, okay, this is actually weird. Why is this nigga or grown ass man like talking to this freshman because it's not even like that. You also find out that grown ass men are actually go talking to minors, bro, like little kids, bro, or people who aren't even officially done with school and they're already looking for victims that they want to attack. Because tell me why do I know like like almost 20% of the girls that I knew, not even in my area, that I knew from even different schools, were dating a guy who was already either working, not working as in like they got like a state like a part-time job and working at like a fast food restaurant and whatever. They found a guy who's working who's in their 20, like in their early 20s or 20 above or whatever like that. But that nigga is literally dating a 16-year old and whatever. And sometimes it also be like the people who are transporting them from school to their house. What I mean by that, like if you don't understand, like in South Africa we have like a sense of people who are transportational drivers. We pay them if the kid or the individual is living like very very far in a far distance from the school and the parents don't either have a car or have the time to transport that kid to school. We have this structure where we hire a transport driver that transports the kid to school and whatever. And that's a good clarification. But tell me, why do I see a taxi driver is literally trying to hit up with a minor, smoking, like literally doing, illegal activities, smoking, drinking with said minor. And bro is also touching her like that's his girlfriend. Like, what? I literally had to see people complain about having to fight a grown ass man to date a 16-year-old who are in their like age group, not age demographic because that's their crazy age demographic situation. But I understand, you have to understand what I mean by that because tell me, why do I have to see a situation where a grown ass man has to talk to a minor? And there were also girls that are actually accepting it for some reason. They were also paying for that pud. They were letting niggas pay for that pud for some reason. I didn't understand the situational. Like, am I the only one seeing that it was weird, or is it me actually like trying to talk about how the situation was just effed up to begin with? Because I literally had to see girls who are my age dating like grown ass men. And I even have to interact with Huns that were also like 2 years, 3 years older than me, saying, yeah, they dated a guy who was like 5 years older than them, done with school. Bro was doing, I don't know who the hell, what, but bro was still hitting up the kids, bro. Like, what's wrong with you? You are, like, again, a grown ass man talking to people who are barely of age. Like, we have to like do something about it, because it's literally blowing my brain and blowing my mind that I have to even make an awareness and also talk about the situation from like somebody who's seen this thing. And it literally it seems like it's not gonna even change, because tell me why I was walking down the street and I hear a girl talking about she was dating like a drug dealer, and she's still in high school, where I'm like wondering what the hell, how can you like, is that even like, oh my god, is that even like like literally legal? Like, not saying that more like that's literally wrong, bro. Even though it's fast money, you can get success, you know kind of some following, make a tycoon and whatever. I'm not saying that is a bad idea. I'm not saying it's a good idea. I'm just saying it's a bad plan, because you'll definitely go to jail and prison if you actually do that. Please be a citizen of the law and do things respectfully, legally, and also work hard. That's all I want to say. But back to what I was saying, like, I'm literally even having like I feel like I'm having Vietnam flashbacks, because how frequent that shit was. Watching like bro, it was kind of weird actually. And also you see on social media too, with the whole Ice Spice situation, where she was also having like a girl who was she 15, 16, what, in those, she was in her middle-aged teen years, and she was showing up in an Ice Spice video doing some twerking for some reason, where I was like, what the, when I found out that she was also a like barely of age, I was also like, what the hell is up with these women? On No, not even women. What's wrong with these people, bro? You're letting a little kid in a adult like industry, where we know that like kids are also being touched and whatever, because of some freaks and weirdos that we have in the entertainment industry, and also in life in general, because you don't even know that a somebody's uncle, so and so's uncle, is also trying to raise up a little kid. Because oh my god, it's kind of weird that. And also kind of, can I say that it's kind of liberating and also satisfying, even though it's sad, satisfying seeing like people actually addressing this matter and addressing this issue, that's saying that, hey, date people your age, which is crazy for anybody to even address, or crazy that people have to make a plead to say that please date in your age demographic rather than dating people who are younger than you. Where I'm like, I guess it's fine, I guess, but y'all guys are a little too late. You should have done it, like 50 years ago, like, and taught that principle of dating people who are in, like, let's say 2 years at least, 2 years at least, either younger or older than you. Like, that's the bare minimum for me, bro. That has to be the bare minimum. And also, I don't believe that you people, like, I don't like it, people who keep on, saying that age is just a number. Log, if I hear one more person say that age is just a number, you go into jail. I'm sorry, I'm calling the cops, because R. Kelly literally made a song. Was it Aaliyah? Was it with Aaliyah saying that age is just a number for some reason? I don't know what's wrong with you guys. Like, you don't necessarily have to do that. just say that age doesn't go against age. Okay, when it comes to wisdom or anything that is like easily gainable, it's not gonna be about age. It's fine to say that age is just a number. When it comes to things like knowledge, power and whatever, it's fine to say that age is just a number with those aspects. But if you're talking about sexual activities with people, please cut that shit out, twin. Like you can't be saying all those reckless behaviors. You have to actually be mindful about the things you're about to say, because age is indeed a number, you freaky frogs. Okay, don't be touching little kids because you feel like you heard like R. Kelly gave you a liberating movement saying that, hey, date people who are younger than you, date people who are older than you, date people who are in your age demographic, you freaky frogs, and leave the kids alone, please. Crazy, I'm also saying please because of you freaks. But hey, that was all I wanted to say. Uh, Moral of the story: date people your age, have fun, don't be reckless, stay away from drugs, be responsible. Love y'all. This is Matt signing out. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.